And my goal as a yoga teacher is to empower people to do their own practice. And that's going to be completely unique to them. I don't have an agenda for my clients. I don't care if they're doing a yin practice or a vinyasa practice or sun salutations or meditation or whatever. I am in the service of my students. And along those lines, I'm also in the service of fellow yoga teachers. So I developed this course to help support yoga teachers and to fill in the gaps from yoga teacher training. So sequencing yoga practices is something that's not necessarily covered in great detail in teacher training, or even if it is, once you're out and about in the real world, you might find yourself teaching different styles of yoga than what you were trained in, or working with a different clientele, and you just might need a little extra help figuring out how to plan practices. So my hope is that I can help up the quality of group yoga classes, and when our yoga teachers, when we are all more knowledgeable and more expert and more compassionate, that's good for the entire profession. So on that note, I'm going to share my screen so that you can see some of my fancy slides here. So here we are, Yoga Sequencing Secrets with Flissy, that's me. So here's where we're going over the course. So this evening's lecture and discussion is going to be about yoga sequencing principles. These are the ideas that are the foundation on which everything else is going to be built going forward. And then the next module, I will share with you the magical worksheet, which is the process in which I am able to step-by-step create a practice that keeps these sequencing principles in mind. Then the third module is going to be yoga sequence recipes. I'm going to give you some ideas of practices that you can put together and walk you through how to build a class using the worksheet and the recipes. And then in addition to the magical worksheet, I also have the magical outline. So similar idea. This is a framework for a practice that you can fill in, keeping the principles in mind. So it will give you an opportunity that you can swap in and out different chunks of the class to help make class and practice planning more efficient. And then module 5 is Yoga Court Live, and this is, Yoga Court is an idea that came from Viniyoga teacher training with Gary. So basically we'll take a look at some sequences. If you'd like to volunteer a sequence to take to Yoga Court, you can do that, and I'll also provide some samples, and we'll just take a look at them and see how they measure up to the principles we've been working at. And then finally, we'll go into applications and any final questions and answers that might come up over the course. So applications is going to be, for example, how to use these principles to help plan a mixed level class. That's a big one.